Today on the show, I'm going to talk about everything you ever wanted to know about quinoa. What did you guys think I was going to talk about? Oh, shame on you. Okay, so today I'm going to be making my world famous quinoa tabbouleh salad. And I'm using quinoa instead of couscous because couscous is made of wheat. And although I don't follow a gluten-free lifestyle, so many of my fans and followers are either living with celiac or have a gluten intolerance that I love to make a recipe that your entire family can make. So today, my world famous tabbouleh salad. So let's throw some myths out there. Myth number one, quinoa is a whole grain. That's a thumbs down. No, it is not a whole grain. Now, when I wrote Healthy Starts Here, I thought it was a whole grain. People said it was a whole grain. But when I started researching the Vegetarian's Complete Guide to Quinoa, I discovered that no, it's a seed. It's a seed. That's why there's so much protein in it. And not even a lot. We're going to get to that one in a minute. So it is not a whole grain, but it cooks like a grain and we eat it like a grain. So sometimes it's called a pseudo cereal. Anyway, it's a seed. We eat it like a grain. Myth number two, it's loaded with protein. That's wrong. It is not loaded with protein. It has a little bit of protein. There's only 3 grams of protein in a half a cup of cooked quinoa. The big part is that it is a complete protein. And to be a complete protein in the plant world is, yeah, you get an award, all right? The only other one is soy. So soy and quinoa have all the building blocks that you need to have a complete protein like beef or chicken or fish. And if you're a vegetarian, every kind of source that you have of protein is good. So it's not loaded, but it's got complete. So we're going to give that one kind of a maybe. There's 4 different varieties of quinoa. There's white quinoa, which is the most common. You can find it in most grocery stores. It's the one that I use the most. And then there's black and red, but they're really expensive. I don't even buy them, or I do if it's a special occasion. They have a bit more of a nutty flavor. And then you can buy mixed, and that's kind of a combo of the red, the black, and the white. And I have that in my house as well. So whichever one you pick, just pick the one that you know that you're going to eat on a regular basis. All right, now, second most important thing in quinoa success is the right measuring cup. You measure dry quinoa in a dry measuring cup, okay? Huge. And then you measure the liquid, whether it's water, broth, stock, whatever, in a glass measuring cup, all right? This is really, really, really important because if you measure the water in a dry measure, it's going to be the incorrect measurement, all right? And then that'll wreck it. Now, the next thing is you need one of these kinds of strainers, all right? On guard! I feel like I'm fencing. Okay, you need one of these because if you have a regular colander, the quinoa will go through the holes and plug up your sink. So we're going to put the quinoa in the fine wire mesh strainer and then we're going to rinse it. And it's done. Okay, so now the next most important step is that you have to get the right saucepan because, hello, we know size does matter. Anyway, a small pot for a small amount of quinoa is the way to go. This is only a half a cup of raw, so I need a 1.5 quart saucepan. If I put, like, say, 4 cups of quinoa in here with 8 cups of water, like, it would be a disaster. It'd be soupy. It's stupid, all right? So the amount that you have of quinoa is sort of related to the amount of the size of the pot. All right, now we're going to put the pot right on the heat. We're going to add the water and then add the quinoa. Turn on the heat, stir it up, and when it comes to the boil, we're going to put the lid on it, reduce the heat, and set the timer. And this should take anywhere between 11 and 14 minutes, 9, 14. It just depends on how hot your heat is for simmer, all right? So we're just going to watch it. And the timer's gone off and we're going to check it. Fantastic. What you do now, you see there's no water underneath there. That's wonderful. Turn off the heat and then fluff it with a fork. You don't want to stir it. You want to fluff it. We're flying in a fluffer for this one. Inside joke. And then you either turn, if you have a gas stove, you can leave it there. If you don't, then take it off the heat and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. And this is what perfectly cooked quinoa looks like. It's light, it's fluffy, they're not sticky or wet. And if your quinoa doesn't look like this, you're doing it wrong, okay? So hopefully from now on, your quinoa is going to look like this. All right, now we're going to assemble the salad. I've got some zest from one large lemon. It's not a lime, it's a lemon. It's yellow. I have a cup of grape tomatoes that I've cut in half. I have my parsley that's all finely chopped. I'm going to dump in my quinoa. And then I have some mint. And I was going to cut up the mint, but you know, mint bruises really quickly. So I'm just going to put it in the very last minute, and then we're going to make the salad dressing out of extra virgin olive oil. I want to use this for the flavor. If you're really worried about heart health and you want to use it with canola oil, that's fine, but I wanted the additional flavor note, and some fresh lemon juice and a shallot. But let's first chop up the shallot, and I'm putting on my special onion cutting up glasses, and these things are amazing. Honestly, I can't believe nobody's decided to make me the spokesperson for these guys, because honestly, I love them. All right, we're gonna mince this. Talk amongst yourselves. And there you have it, my world famous tabbouleh salad that's gluten-free and fabulous. It serves a whole lot more people than one, but you know what? I'm going to eat it right out of the bowl. Okay, until next time, I'm wishing you peace, love, and fiber, because, oh my gosh, there's some pretty good fiber in this. Oh, and if you want to subscribe, click on my wee little face over there. And if you want to see what we made last week, there's a little icon down there that you can click on. So send me some thumbs up if you like what we're doing, or if you have any comments that you want to share about, you know, what you want to see on the show and going forward. Just let us know. We're here to help you. And until next time, have a great one.